Hey guys, Veggie here, welcome to Game Reviews and More. I've decided to redo my Medal of Honor review a little more in depth now that I've had more time with the game since the release. And one of the major questions I get is this game like Battlefield Bad Company 2? Is it like Modern Warfare 2? Yes to both, because this game lies directly in the middle between those two games. It's not a carbon copy of either game, but it is a lot like both of them. It seems like it draws from both games, takes the best of both worlds, and puts it into one game. So for those of you wondering that question and worried about which game it's more like, it's the best answer I can give you, and I think it's the most accurate answer I can give you. What about the basics? The graphics, I think they're great. I think they are on par with any other FPS shooter out there. They're a little realistic in a gritty sense, but I think they're really pretty, and it only goes up to 720p, but of course that's HD and it still looks great. The sound in this game, however, I think surpasses any shooting game I've actually ever played. For whatever reason, the sound in this game is absolutely fantastic. The M60 sounds like a beast. You may be able to tell from the video, even the M4A1 sounds like a beast. The strafing runs and Predator missiles sound absolutely amazing. The sound in this game is second to none. Now, one of the other basics is the controls. And there are some differing opinions on this, and I'm going to offer you mine, so take that with a grain of salt. The controls are less clunky than Battlefield Bad Company 2, not quite as smooth as MW2. So according to who you talk to, you'll get a different opinion on the controls. My suggestion is try it out for yourself, play with the sensitivity, and you'll know whether or not you like the controls. From my opinion, I like them, and I think they're great. The worst thing you could say about the map design is that they're very complicated and hard to learn because of all the lines of sight and travel paths. But that being said, they're well designed, fun to play on, and once you get used to them, they're a lot less daunting. My favorite addition to the game is the score chains. The difference between this and the kill streaks in a Call of Duty game is that they're not only based on kills. You can get points toward your next score chain by either getting kills, capping flags, planting bombs, or even calling in a score chain that's beneficial to your team, such as a UAV. Now you may be thinking you'd call in nothing but kill streaks, but not the case. The team-based score chains are actually really useful because you get automatic points towards your next score chain. You may not be in a good position to call in air support, whereas the guaranteed 30 points from a UAV may get you closer to your Predator missile. It's also very cool that they're not preset. You can choose on the fly what you want to do in each match as you gain the score chains, leaving you to decide what you need while you're on the battlefield instead of while you're in the pre-game lobby. One of the most frustrating things about the online multiplayer is that it's very easy to get spawn trapped, even in team deathmatch, and once you are, it seems like you never get out of that spawn. And things like this happen where somebody who has a good line of sight can call in air support after air support and really kind of hold you into your spawn, and that can get kind of frustrating. But easily the most frustrating part of this game is how often you die from a sniper rifle. They're overpowered, overused, and you always seem to get killed by some sniper in an obscure corner of the map that somehow has a line of sight on you, no matter how fast you're running or how much cover you have. Fortunately, developers at DICE have realized this issue and have released a statement via Twitter stating that they're working on a patch that will nerf the sniper class. So fear not, the time of the sniper has been short-lived and soon will not be such a big issue in the online multiplayer, meaning the number one frustrating thing about this online multiplayer will be gone. That's a breath of fresh air. One of the more minor complaints I have about the multiplayer is the lack of weapons to select in the game. Although you won't notice it at first, once you do unlock everything, it becomes pretty noticeable that it doesn't have as many guns as counterparts like MW2 or Battlefield Bad Company 2. For those of you wondering, According to Medal of Honor's website, there are a total of 24 weapons in the game, with a myriad of attachments and customizations that you can make. Some people may also complain that it's too easy to camp in this game, which is somewhat true, especially with the overpowered sniper rifles and the many lines of sight. I would submit to you, however, that the game is relatively new, so there's a lot of camping anyway. And this is a tactical shooter. Don't come into this game expecting it to be like Halo, where, you know, you'll get a jetpack to fly around the map, or expecting it to be like MW2, where you will have marathon and lightweight and end up with painkiller if you die too many times. You will pay for your mistakes in this game. Moving around the map strategically with tactic and map knowledge will reward you greatly, and knowing the choke points in this game and the spawn points in this game will reward you, and good players do well in this game. If you've got skill in this game and you put the time in, you'll reap the benefits. And I think a lot of players will appreciate that. In conclusion, is this game a must-buy? I don't know that any game is ever a must-buy, but I do know that I spent the money on it, I love shooters, and I have a great time playing this game. When Black Ops comes out, inevitably, we all know that a lot of people are going to spend time playing that game, myself included. But if you like first-person shooters and you can see yourself coming back to this, or needing a change of pace from the current crop of games out there, you won't be disappointed by playing this game, especially after the sniper rifles are nerfed and no longer so powerful. I hope you guys found the review useful, and if you did, come check out my channel, veggie530, and thanks for watching this video on game reviews and more.